Mark in the count. The swing arm now coming back as our countdown continues.
Good afternoon / good evening. Hello, everybody, on this very normal, everyday Sunday. It's time for the Brick Something News, and I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that's happening today, because today I'm hanging out with Plamowarrior. What's going on, man? And welcome to the show.
What's going on?
We were just talking backstage, and I'm learning a lot real fast, and I'm like realizing, oh, we should be talking about this live. So here we are live, and again, welcome. I didn't realize, like a couple of different guests, we were talking about this. This is your first time sort of streaming and doing this whole thing, huh?
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, thanks for having me on, man. Thanks for asking me. I think I put a comment out there on, after the Von Burke show post, and you were like, hey, man, do you want to come on and talk about toys? And I was just like, are you kidding? Yeah, I can do it now because I have a little bit of a better computer, and so I was just like, why not? Why not go ahead, and I'd love to talk to you, man. So yeah, this is great.
Hell yes. And I'm glad you said yeah, because I was like, oh, checking out your stuff. First off, like, I'm a super visual person. Can I just say your little logo, Plamowarrior, just that alone, like, I'm a big typography person. I love me a good vector. So I looked at that logo. I was like, hey, what's going on? Then I'm looking at your stuff. I was like, damn, these photos are hot.
Thanks.
So let's start there before I say hello to the folks in the chat who are like me, have no idea what else is happening in the world on a Sunday like this. But tell me about where that comes from, where the logo comes from, because I'm a visual nerd, and then the name Plamowarrior.
Yeah. So the logo is, it's actually visually, I wanted it to kind of represent because I'm a huge Gundam fan, first and foremost, and
you and Rick,
so years long Gundam fan. Yeah, Rick. Shout out. Shout out to homie. So yeah, with that actual logo, it's actually based off of there's a weapon in the anime that I think only the RX-78-2 only uses like once, and it's a beam javelin. So it's the tip of the beam javelin.
Oh, okay.
Is actually what that is. So yeah, people are like, what
in
is
my
that?
head it was like Sputnik, but gotcha.
Yeah, right. It does sort of kind of have that code to it as well, I suppose. But yeah, that's essentially what it was. And I was just like, you know what? We're gonna throw people off for years. People will just be very confused as to what the hell this is. So that's probably.
I love that.
But yeah, and
the name?
You asked me about the name. Yeah, so Plamowarrior, probably just because I guess the only thing that I'm really battling is my years long backlog. I mean, that's just essentially what it is. It's a wonder that I build anything at this point or finish anything, because it's just. I mean, as you can see, the backlog is just.
Yeah, so
it just never stops. So,
it just computed in my brain. Got it.
But yeah, Plamo is just sort of a shorthand for in Japan. It's sort of a portmanteau of plastic model. And so a lot of a lot of places where you go, they'll just have plastic model shops. They've just shortened it to Plamo. So I kind of took that and ran with that. So,
my gosh. I thank you for the education. And it's funny because I know your photography wise, definitely influenced by a lot of things, but the ACBA thing, and we're mentioning Rick Dom, who is probably, like, from what I understand, we were talking earlier, there's a lot of stuff going on in his neighborhood in the South Bay of California right now. It's a thing. But when he was on, he educated me as well about Gundam. So, like, it's a thing where it's like, I'm older. I remember seeing it at Pony Toy Go Round in Little Tokyo in LA. and seeing that stuff, I was like, man, what are these robots? And then among other things, but like you'd see that iconic image, and then you started to see, as I was growing older, I was like, wait a second, that one's like a samurai one, and that one's like a big round one, and just, but again, the iconography, it was like, oh, it's clearly Gundam, but all these different pieces, and I've always loved that. So, but never really got into like watching it or reading it. Tried to sort of check it out, and I had a roommate who showed me some stuff back in college, but so there's a big gap there. So I appreciate it. Looks like you can come through. Have you been building since you were young? Is that your first sort of intro to nerd?
So, you know, my dad actually, you know, sadly enough, he I think he tried, like a lot of, you know, parents, you know, just trying to see what sticks, what I would like. And I had the old Robotech stuff, the stuff that was actually Dogram, you know, Fang of the Sun Dogram, which is an old mecha show.
Yep.
And I think Revel or one of the other U.S. Western model makers kind of took those kits, and I had some of those and started building. So I had exposure to model kits, you know, especially mecha model kits for a long time, you know, since 8, 9, 10, and then dipped out, didn't really do any of that for years. And then in 2000, when the Gundam Wing kits hit Toys R Us, that was it. That's when they got
it made it way too accessible, is what it is.
Pretty much, yeah. I was just like, hey, you know, master grade $50. Okay, that's reasonable. Let's just do that. So,
oh my god. So do you still have all your old builds and stuff kind of on display?
I have many. I have many of my old builds. Not from, you know, like 2000 or even, you know, before that, but like most of the recent stuff, like definitely 2005 and up. A lot of that stuff isn't displayed, but it's in a box. And I do have photos of those. I probably should have sent you some of that old stuff, but
it's all good.
But yeah, it's a lot of that stuff is I used to have a blog with you know, some of my old diorama stuff and old kits and paints and stuff like that. So yeah, whenever I can, you know, get free time to really sink my teeth into that stuff, I will do it. I don't always display it, but I mean, it's the thing that keeps me kind of center and sane, and it's what I always grab, you know, just kind of come back to. So
love it.
So yeah,
right on, man. I love, you know, and folks know, if you watch the show regularly, like I definitely, in this sort of modern version of my collecting, have kind of picked a lane in terms of what I'm buying. There's kind of an aesthetic, right, of like, there's my thing. So I love being able to talk to folks who can like pull me away from that and just show me some other cool stuff. And so I'm hoping that you and I can do that, particularly around photography, but also conversations around toys that like I don't have enough space and money to enjoy, but kind of enjoy from afar. So let's compare nerd notes, man.
I'm down.
All right, let's see who's here or who's stopping by, because we know what they're really into. You jock. No, I'm just kidding. What's up, Recon Rage? Blake, I hope you're enjoying that Super Bowl of cereal. Go Seahawks. Oh yeah, I guess those are the teams. It's Seahawks and the Patriots. Is that right?
Patriots. Yep.
See, I know a thing. What has always confused me, and someone explained it to me a while back, is that they play at neither of the team's place. But so it's here locally. I'm in San Francisco. They're a little like 30 miles south in the South Bay. So they're doing their thing. And actually, I think you said they are playing now, right?
I want to say, yeah, they probably just had kickoff not too long ago. Okay. So but yeah, I don't get, you know, I might be fibbing, and y'all can.
Yeah, it's all right. Your fibs are probably more accurate than mine. What's up, Mr. Ryan Clark? Hello. He's more of a baseball fan. What's going on? Shout out to Canada, man. Larry's Geeky World is here saying hello. Hey, what's up, Zio? Coming all the way from super far away. What's up, man? This guy, I am Julius Downey, coming out of not Downey, California, but out of somewhere near there. What's up? That's my brother. Ray Black is here. Hello to you. Generic Smith 88. Sup, man?
The homie, Generic Smith. Yeah.
Nice.
Local homie of mine. So
love
thanks
it.
for coming out, homie.
Love it.
Chris.
We got this guy, Nolan. What's going on, man? Always good to see you. Thank you for hanging out. We always say he makes us ToyTube official because he's like on all the ToyTube chats. Spaded One McDysentery is bringing old diseases that we thought were gone, but apparently everything's coming back now. Dysentery,
unfortunately,
measles, ghost spurts. Exactly. Gotta love a good spurt competition, right, Andrew? Let's see. E. McNeil is here. What's going on, E?
What's up?
Man, he's another one who like came on the show and educated me about stuff.
Yeah, man.
And we were geeking out a little bit about like things like Spiral Zone, which again was one of those toys. Shout out Pony Toy Go Round. Man, my brother and I, when my parents would go down there, and we get to check out the stuff that was there. It's just amazing, man. I just
did they have an online presence as well? I want to say I remember
probably
seeing a site or some photos like years ago when I was first getting into, Gundam and, import figures and things like that. Pony Go Round is super familiar.
Oh, is it? Okay.
That cool. In Kimono My House was another one that I ordered from quite a bit.
Probably like I wasn't by the time I was like doing online stuff. I just remember going there as a kid. I think we probably my last sort of memory of that had to have been like right before must have been around middle school. So that would have been what, like 86 to 80, maybe 88 would have been maybe one of the last times. Oh yeah. But it was so cool, man. It was an education every time going down there. And
I would be overwhelmed probably at that point. I wouldn't know what to do.
Hey, look at this. Here's the challenge. I'd pay good money to watch Brick build the PG Unleashed RX-78. How big is that? Is that a large kit? How many pieces?
It's 1:60 scale. So it's about 12 inches tall.
Okay.
It's about 11, 12 and a half. And many pieces. You'll be building for a couple days.
But snap built, right?
It is snap. I think the PG Unleashed, I think it's going to have some metal etched parts and some other metal parts and some decals and things. So they really hook you up, man. It's an experience. That's why I love it. Yeah,
man. So I hadn't built much at all, but then I was in Tokyo 2 years ago in 2004, and then again last summer. But in 2004, I came home with a bunch of is it Figure-Rise? The Ultraman, like the Netflix Ultraman ones.
Yeah, the Bandai Figure-Rise. Yeah.
I had 3 of them.
An actual figure.
Sat down. I was like, well, let me just build one. And then I built all 3 of them in 3 days. And it reminded me, is like, because I do the Lego thing. I do the Lego 100%. Thing.
That's why I don't have Legos too. Because I mean, it would just be boxes of Legos. I walk past the Lego aisle in Walmart and I just have to put on the blinders because it's dangerous. It's out of control.
I've had to put pause on that, but hey, there's Aaron Papa. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Who else was I get? Everybody. TD3 Trooper, hello, sir. TD, what's up, my dudes? Hey, this guy. What's up? Kevin, toying around, man. Good to see you.
One legend.
Great gnome. That's
then
the legend is right here.
This guy. 100%. No disputes.
I had a great stream with Quip and Seba and Brandon the other day. Talking. Man. That was great. Let's see. There's my brother again. Yes, we are in fact old. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Pony Toy Go Round did in fact do mail order. Oh, yep, that's what my brother's saying as well. Pony Toy, he says predated the World Wide Web, but they did mail order back in the day.
So cool. Yeah. Incredible, man.
There you go. He's breaking it down now. PG Unleashed is a large kit with light. Oh, that would be fun. Mm-hmm. You said you'd pay good money. Pay for it and I'll build. No, I'm just kidding. Don't keep your money.
You could do that.
In this economy, let's hang on to our stuff for a more budget friendly, definite experience. Try the RGRX 78-2 version 2 perfection. Yeah, those things are great. And you said 12-inch. So you know what I struggle with is kaiju toys and mecha toys that are going to be on my shelf the same size as my figures. That it's just not right. It's just not right.
You just can't do it. It's not right.
It's
you just
not right.
What? I mean,
yeah, unless I can like cut the kaiju open and have like a human torso like undressing. It's just.
I mean, I think I don't know if you've ever heard
right.
of Neon Genesis Evangelion,
Yes,
but the director Hideaki Anno, he's I don't know whether specifically he, because he's done the Shin movies and things like that.
Kamen Rider, yeah.
He's got Kamen Rider and Evangelion, but I mean,
sure,
you would probably love the hybrid Godzilla Evangelion mashups that have been going around. Yeah. So I mean,
so much good stuff, man. Like that's the thing. And anyway, that's what you and I were talking before this, and I kind of said
100%.
how I said, like I love bringing on folks who have a different sort of pardon the pun lens into the fandom and are looking at different things, enjoying different things. Because as much as I love whatever barbarians and people with robot arms and stuff, I love to know what other folks are, including superhero stuff, which I miss it. I grew up with that stuff. But anyways, let's see. All right. So we got Sath. I saw Sath. Where'd you go, Sath? You came in and then you zoomed by, and damn straight spaded one. You get it. All right. Oh, wait. No, one more. What am I saying? This guy, Rick Jones. Rick Jones is saying he's on the road. How are you on the road, man? I thought there was like the
enjoy, man. Be safe.
Yeah, you're the thing to do is in your neck of the woods. There's big spurts thing. Okay. Let us talk about stuff. You are a photographer, Plamowarrior. I love your work. I would love to take a look at your work. Thank you. Then maybe look at some other photographers, because I haven't done that enough lately on the show. So I'm
down.
Let's do that. All right. All of a sudden my brain froze. Oh yeah, this is what I need to do. Okay. So there, look at that. See, I totally thought, but now I see it. Like it's of course spikes and everything, but it was a little bit like Spiky Sputnik. Are you like a graphic designer?
I see that.
You see it?
I did art school for like a year.
Okay.
I
see it.
I had to try, man. So
no, I totally see it. You've got an eye, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've totally got that. I was looking at the logo and everything. I was like, ooh, okay, play with type. You get rid of that negative space in that.
Negative space, actually. Yes.
Yeah, I dig it. Okay, so Plamowarrior, we're gonna look at some of your photos. I love it. All sorts of great stuff on here. Folks should definitely follow. But there are a couple of shots in particular that I wanted to check out. So first off, before we do that, how long have you been taking toy photos at this whole thing?
Toy photos, really been kind of photographing scale models and figures since maybe 2002.
Okay.
Back when I started building, and then officially or sort of unofficially, amateurishly, I started ACBA. I started in that group at 2016. I want to say.
Would you mind breaking that down? Because I know I've got a bunch of audience who isn't necessarily knowing. We talked about it with Rick, but what is articulated comic book? What's ACBA? I'll let you.
Yeah. So ACBA is articulated comic book art, and when honestly in 2016. When I found out what it was, I kind of felt seen. I kind of felt like, because I had already been taking photos of toys and not really doing much. I posted them occasionally. Somebody would say, "Oh, that's really cool," and we would just talk about the toys. But then the art side of it, really spoke to me, and I thought, man, is this what this is? Is this what this is? What I've been doing for years and years. And apparently, it had been going on for a minute. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, I know Alan is unaware, so let's break it down.
Yeah,
what's up?
It's storytelling. It is, and mainly for ACBA, purists, you're talking about things like, and really ACBA can be anything from comic books that you translate, like maybe there's a cool comic book cover.
Like
well, you would take your action figures or make a panel and basically shoot that in a comic book style. You know, you can use cutouts. You don't have to use cutouts, but you use effects. And it's really, you know, again, on the purist side, you're not going to see a lot of Photoshop. You're going to see more tangible displaying. You're going to see more use of the diorama, just in terms of just like, you know, whether it's an alleyway or whether you're in a snowy field somewhere. You know, and then of course in terms of cutouts. Now, what is a cutout? A cutout is going to be something like a physical, like a sound effect, an onomatopoeia, speech bubbles. There you go. That's a cutout. And you can make your own. Anything can be a cutout. A cutout can be another figure if you wanted it to be. Like, let's say you don't have that figure, or you want to integrate an image from a panel somewhere to recreate that particular image. Well, you would do that. But yeah, I mean, with this shot, I just found some effects online somewhere, and I was just like, this, I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and you know, where I wanted to use this. And I've used it in other shots as well.
I wasn't planning on stopping on this one because this is one of the shots that I want to talk about, but we'll look at it. But like, it was perfect in terms of the cutouts. But essentially, like, it reminds me of, you know, well, one, I also, one of the degrees, shout out to my Canadian friends, when I was at uni. So we, you know, just studying about like sort of art history and different art movements. And that's, to me, was like, oh man, in terms of feeling seen, when I heard about ACBA, it was just sort of like, yeah, it's like an art movement with like its own sort of manifesto, right? You're like, this is the art that we want to hold up and try and push. And we're all coming together to sort of like, to develop this sort of style of taking pictures and creating art using our action figures that really honors sort of the source material. So comic books, manga. But like, as you say, it's all like in camera. Like, if you're going the true purist sense, it's in camera. So you're doing this really cool stuff though, like, because comic books are layout and posing and everything, including like the type, in this case, the onomatopoeia is a part of the visual, right? So I absolutely love it. You know, I'm never like a big like purist guy and with rules and everything, but I understand that. And so you then see people also kind of like innovating a little bit or going beyond, I guess, the guardrails.
Absolutely. And yeah, I think, you know, if you talk to somebody like, well, obviously the one of the founders, Boog, you know, Kendall Boog Nice Gray, he's, you know, he's going to encourage you to do as much of the photography within the camera, setting up your shot within the, you know, within the viewfinder, and just trying to really approach it that way. That way you just get a more organic shot or result you know, at the end of the session. And you know, I know I've gotten into, you know, when I am, you know, this probably gets in the process, but take a lot of shots per session or per photo, and then I will just pick the correct one. So it can take a bit sometimes sometimes I'll take something, I'm not satisfied, and I'll go back. So, but yeah, it's all about storytelling. You know, it doesn't have to be expressly from, you know, an issue, you know, from, you know, X comic, you know, number, you know, whatever. You can use whatever figures you have on hand and just tell the story. Just tell the story and enjoy that, and put it in and share it with folks. So
I love it. And Alan Vine Jungle Figure Factory is saying that's interesting as far as an art concept. I was not aware of it. Very cool. That's awesome. And there's sort of like a community that's built around it, of a bunch of photographers sort of pushing that idea forward. And, you know, just a great way for folks to come through and actually sort of, I say sort of art movement, because it really is that, like Boog, like that. It's really Panchisi. It's like, when you see them talk about photos, and then in the group, I've just sort of lurked and been kind of a quiet observer, but just and looking at the photos. But what I've appreciated was it can be kind of like hard critique. It's like artists in a salon, if you will, like getting together, looking at the work and being like, okay, well, check this out. You could step it up if you did this, or have you considered this? And I think at the end of the day, it's all about like working together to just push the art higher and higher. It's kind of cool.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, you really nailed it. And you know, sharing is a big part. Taking criticism and feedback is a big part for improvement. And just, you know, I mean, it's a process that never stops, really. You know, you just keep, you know, take what you learn and trying to improve on that. So
yeah, I love it. Real quick, Kevin, thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member, man. I really appreciate anybody doing that. And I love it. I wish I could shake off my upbringing and culture and not feel guilty, but I do feel guilty, especially because I definitely need to do more in terms of offering folks the membership stuff. But I'll figure that out, I swear. But thank you so much, Kevin. You're the best, man. And I love that guy.
I don't know what you're talking about, Brick. Yeah, I don't, you know,
well,
stuff like that.
Thank you. But hey, I'm just scrolling through this, and there's a couple shots that I do want to look at, but like it was hard, even just being like, okay, I only want to look at these. But what I also appreciate about your stuff is so one, I think it's a function of being old, and I know I say that a lot. It's on my mind, guys. No, but like I've seen a lot, and I've been exposed to a lot of like fandoms and content and storytelling, and I just love a lot of things, and I can't buy everything, I can't fit everything. But so when I go through this, what I appreciate about your stuff is that it's varied, like my tastes are. So there's like, you got Star Wars, you've got anime, you've got like everything, superhero stuff, you got some barbarian stuff, you've got, and also like the choice of toys. It's not like you get everything from like, say, Marvel Legends that you can pick up at a store, and then you'll get some third-party stuff or some older Japanese stuff, some stuff that's not even super articulated.
Yeah.
But you're able to still, one, obviously enjoy it, but create beautiful art from it. Like,
thank you. Yeah.
So, and then there's your cat.
Thank you.
There's your cat, of course.
Yeah, that guy. He's rest in peace. Yeah, we had to say goodbye a little while ago. But yeah, he was a big part of this. Always checking up on my stuff. Always knocking stuff over and not getting in trouble, because that's what he does. So yeah.
This is yours too, the drawing? Do you draw as well?
Yeah. That was man, that was some years old stuff there that I just threw it up, you know.
Classic,
I wish I'm bad now. I like if you don't practice, I didn't realize this. If you do not practice drawing, you're gonna lose all of it pretty much. Yep. And so yeah, my level now, like I have to go back and like brush stuff all the way up, because it's bad now. But yeah, that was back when that was my art school.
Pretty damn good, though.
Thank you.
Cool. I love this. I love it. Okay. Let's see. There was a couple of people that I want to say hello to that jumped in that I didn't get to say hello to. First off, we got Bob Morales. What's going on? Fellow 76er.
Hey.
And Retro Toy Princess. What's up, Allison? Always good to see you.
Hello.
Question, because it comes up. Alan also does amazing. He's a builder. He's a maker on all sorts of like scales, right? For action figures. And then in real life, he does like Halloween haunts and museum type displays. Yeah. But he mentions the dial work. Do you mess with the dials yourself? Are you picking stuff up by other people?
I do. Yeah, I try to do diorama work, and it is tougher than building, but it's also very rewarding when you stick with it. And you know, admittedly, I have a long way to go, but I've learned from, you know, so many people, and just getting tips and just observing, and also just kind of going out and looking at buildings, and, you know, like I have a whole file of old buildings and things that I will just go back and reference if there's something that I want to work on. So, but yeah, that's a skill too that, you know, again, am I the best at it? No, but I enjoy the heck out of it. It's just one of those things that it's so fun to see a piece come together, you know, after weeks or however long of work. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of diorama work is mine. Some of the scale stuff that I will use with like kaiju and, you know, giant robots and things like that. Those are models. Yeah. That, you know, some of them I've gotten online and whatnot, but yeah, a lot of that stuff is, you know, I'm hitting the foam, baby. That's it.
This is yours. So this was that piece, and that wall is killer. I didn't realize. How did you do the sort of like the what do you call this? The Morton
yeah, sort of the exposed brick.
Yeah, because I saw you carved out the brick in the foam.
Yeah,
but then honestly, you kind of covered it up.
Yeah, that's exactly. So in terms of something like that, kind of just went through, you know, made the brick, you know, pattern and design, filled it all in with the like concrete patcher resurfacer or
for like drywall.
Yeah, or like drywall essentially. Yeah. So I did that.
You actually used that. Okay.
There's a technique. Yeah, I just used real stuff actually, which is kind of cool.
Beautiful.
Kind of what I like about that. So you just spread that on. You just kind of treat it, you know, so that you don't rub off a lot of the paint. Paint it the color, and then I went over it again with another material. I want to say it was another like a surfacer or something. It's been years since I did that one, but yeah, and then I just kind of started peeling it off and just seeing like, you know, how would this age, you know, you know, with time, what would this look like doing this? And there's so many, honestly, this one, I will tell you, heavily inspired by, there's a gentleman, a really great dial maker, Tara Fomer, I believe. His stuff is amazing. So I take a lot of inspiration from that. So many of those guys, man, they really just offer a great wealth of knowledge. My goodness, even I don't know if you know a guy named 796 Studios. He will do a diorama or two.
Yeah,
you know, that guy. You know,
great
think
segue.
of that guy. Is
you know, I think I should have him on next week. Oh wait, he is coming on next week.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
I saw your Rude Boy customs in here too. Yes. We should take a look at. Very cool, man.
But yeah, that's kind of that was my approach to that, and then of course with the weathering and then the just layers of paint.
Yeah. The paint job too that like looks weathered, really good.
Yeah.
Like it looks like, you
know. Yeah, and some of that is airbrush as well. So I'll go through and, you know, that's where my airbrush sort of skill tree came in, and
nice.
You know, kind of added that.
I love it because, you know, again, you've got the art background, so you're doing the shots and everything. You're doing a little bit of design because I know you're kind of working in the panels and stuff. Yeah. And you're building the props and the diodes and the setting. It's really cool. I love this world of just creating your stuff.
It's a lot of fun.
All right, well, let's take a look at some of the shots, man. This one was one that stood out that I put on the thumbnail too, because it's so hard to create that battle scene, right? Where you've got so much going on, but still allow like the creative focus, right? So yeah, I really like this one. There's a lot going on, but I still
it is. Yeah.
I still see Panther. I see Falcon. They're still focused. And a lot of it has to do with the color story, right? What do they call them? The Chitauri? Are these Chitauri? No, these are.
I want to say, gosh, yeah, you know,
These are those other guys that came with Thanos, Outriders or something.
That's it. Those guys, the Outriders, Easy army builder too. Like I picked up a couple, I think, on sale on Amazon initially, and then got 2 more, and I was just like, you know, these are just sitting. Let's get these. This is going to be perfect for, you know, something like this where. And plus, I had only used that SHF Falcon and like maybe one other shot. So I was just like, man, I gotta get Falcon in front of the camera, man. Get him some time, man.
Yeah, he's super photogenic. But yeah, the notion of like they're kind of gray, you know, they're typical MCU movie characters where they're like, these are the army guys. they're going to recede in the background, and you kind of play that up, you know, really well. And then you've got those pops of red to kind of see these folks. And then we're like, again, just this is my observation. I don't know how intentional it is, but like you got Black Panther, who's essentially all black with a couple of like bright highlights. So the splash of blood and stuff makes me look over there as well. So it's really cool stuff.
Yeah, it was a lot to do. It's probably one of my first shots where I was able to execute what I wanted. That was another one where I had to go back to that over a couple of days and just kind of tweak things and you know, before it was really something to where I was just like, yeah, no, it's ready, it's done, you know, it's done cooking, so to speak. And you know, it's you know, I think you're right. There's a lot of gray. There's a lot of course, you know, you got kind of the sky gray background, that sort of thing. But yeah, those pops of red sort of help keep it from being totally monochromatic. So you know, it's tough to do, and it's, you know, I don't honestly know how successful it is, but I still felt it was one of those things that kind of represented the overall, you know, vision what I wanted to put out. So yeah, it was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, if I do the whole art school thing too, there's this sort of triangular composition thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you use a blue tack to hold the blood splatter in place?
I do. So I've kind of moved away from blue tack, and every once in a while, like if it's not a transparent piece, then I will use blue tack. But a lot of times for like blood and other clear parts, I will use, depending on the color, I'll use like a wax. Like cheese wax is really kind of a nice thing. And you can get just wax in bulk, and it's just a really kind of malleable substance that you can just kind of use, and you can kind of tack on some of those things.
Hold it for a little bit.
So a lot, that's what I'm using in this heavily.
I love that shot, man. That one's great. Let's see. This is another one. And again, the variety. So we go from a combination. That was a Mezco, a Marvel Legends, and an SH, right? In that last shot.
Yes, the illegal line mixing. I just threw everybody in there. Yeah.
Illegal line mixing.
I know. Yeah, it's
a way of life.
I guess it's kind of a thing. I know. I love doing it. I don't care. I'll just
is that like a ACBA thing? I haven't heard that.
You know, you can it's that would be more of the purest form of ACBA. Is like things should have a sort of I want to say sort of a linear path in terms of how the figures are presented and represented. You can use all Mezco. You can use all Marvel Legends. That tends to work sometimes a little bit better. Sometimes if you use, and I get this a little bit too, sometimes if you use a figure with soft goods and then you just have a Marvel Legends over here as well.
Yeah.
Maybe that doesn't quite, and you know, it kind of depends on how the shot is set up, how successful that can be. So 100% get that. But yeah,
this is maybe what you're kind of moving towards, like Ryan Clark is saying, like an aesthetic flow, so that they don't
aesthetic flow. 100%. Yeah.
That's interesting, and that totally makes sense. But what was really great about that shot, if I can pull that up again, against an army, go back here. There's something the way that you treated it that I don't, for me at least, and I know that he's in the soft goods, but they don't stand out a ton to me. And a lot of it is because he's largely monochromatic. So that part fades, and then the red pops. I don't know. You made some great choices, whether intentional or not.
That
doesn't strike me as feeling off or odd. But
thank you. No, it's if it ends up being like that, then maybe I've done my job.
You did.
And so yeah, thanks.
You did your job. Give this man some money. Let's talk Doc Knock. What's the character that he's eliminating here?
You know, so that figure is good old Uncle Todd McFarlane. Everybody's, you know, we love Uncle Todd McFarlane. He came out with a line called Raw 10.
Yes.
I want to say back in 2022, 21, 22, something like
I
that.
remember this
That
now.
was one of those. I also have his Cygor as well,
Mhm.
which I need to get in front of the camera at some point, but that's what that is. And then with his eye, because he's kind of a cybernetic dinosaur type guy, what I did there is I used a laser pointer, and that was kind of a pain in the tail to really
Shoot
get.
time click.
Yeah, to 100%. Yeah, I had to get the timer going on. But yeah, but yeah, it ended up kind of turning out the way I wanted, lighting wise, and that was probably the hardest part. But yeah, Doc Nocturnal, I was just like, this guy, you know, there's a real quality about this guy that, you know, with the pulpy sort of 30s, 40s, you know, 50s, you know, matinee, you know, he's got his, you know, the ferryman pistol there. I just thought, you know, and then just how wild is it for, you know, a robot dinosaur? I mean, that's exactly what Doc Nock is going to go after.
100%.
Why?
Yes.
We don't know. We honestly, you know, you can kind of make up your own story on something like that. But, you know, it's got to be just something that people will, you know, I guess in my head canon, people have seen this thing and, you know, they were just like, Doc, can you take care of this for us, please?
Yeah, no,
we gotta. And so, yeah, that's, but yeah, that was a lot. That was, again, another one that was just kind of fun to set up and just explore. You know, I'd like to some of these I would love to revisit at some point. This is one I think I'd love to revisit, maybe with a different you know, creature or something at some point. But yeah, Doc Nocturnal is a figure, just probably one of my favorites in my collection.
No, I only have the version 2 or the one that came out.
I missed out on that, but yeah, it's so good.
But it is such a cool character, like you said, super pulpy, and it's kind of like, you know, like Hellboy. When Hellboy came out, like there's you don't really need a ton of explanation. Like you just look at the character, you see the hand, he's a devil, he's got horns, but implied horns. Like there's so much storytelling there. It's like, okay, got it. You can whatever, show me a flashback to World War II or whatever, but I don't need it. And same with this. Like I don't necessarily need it. It's a dude who looks like a, you know, I don't know, reads like a quote unquote bad guy. It's skeletons, oh no, but like he's not. He's the monster who hunts monsters. Anyway, that said, this is perfect, man. I really love he's in all black, he's black and red essentially. So, but the way you're able to pull in some reds, blacks, blues, and greens all kind of going on there is super cool. It's definitely like comic book. I don't know. It's comic booky, but it's also like dramatic. The lighting.
Yeah.
I dig it.
No, thank you. Cool. Thank you.
I think even here, I just noticed this. I've she got Ivoato here naming it right. Love the color work on this.
Yeah.
And so it's just funny because I think Zio right here, it's like, to me, yes, you've succeeded, because these are like toys that, yeah, some of us, I wouldn't really get either of these, but dude, it's still a killer shot. And that's what I love about what you're doing is like, one, I didn't realize you're not supposed to mix lines, but I get it now.
You know, and yeah.
Well, what I was just gonna say is that, like, I love the variety, and that this is the stuff we collect, and you're doing really cool things with them. Like you're creating these stories that, you know, we're not in a day and age where I can turn on the TV on Saturday and watch a Doc Nock show, which I should be able to do. And this totally fills the gaps, man. Like I look at this and the cartoon's in my head. So I'm with Zio. I remember these figures. I think I have like this. Is it the snake robot? The orange snake with like the cyber thing was like,
yes, and people have done some, I think it's I want to say there may even be a reprint, like a repaint version of that somewhere, but yeah, I think the initial one was like red with and so yeah, I kind of missed out on this. I'd seen them in stores or whatever, but this one was one that was just kind of out there, and you know, honestly, you don't see a lot of collectible I think, you know, Bondi USA will put out like the Godzilla vinyl figures and things like that. Well, I just thought it was really interesting that, you know, McFarlane was putting out these figures. They're just minimal packaging.
Right.
You could just, you know, walk down the toy aisle and actually feel this thing and actually just kind of look at it. And it's like, here's this figure. Here's what you're getting.
Right. And I think that's what I love about it, though, is you're taking something because it's very limited articulation, putting it in this world, and you can create this really cool shot with it. So I love that. And we're going to see more of that as we go through, because it's like, they're just sort of like, wait, he's working with that toy. Well, actually, here's probably not. This doesn't fall in that category, because this is actually a really cool Spidey that can get down and do Spidey things because of the way it's designed and engineered. But this is great, man. This is like classic.
Man, he's great.
Were you pulling from a particular panel, or are you just like, here's a setting in my brain?
It's just a riff. Yeah, this was just 100% riff. So that background, the city, is definitely a cutout.
Yep, beautiful.
It's actually a cutout. I want to say it's actually a Gotham City.
Okay.
That I was able to find. I don't remember which panel it was, but I was just like, you know, I scaled it the best I could, and then obviously those buildings are the Tamashii walls. The and then I made that
the palette.
Yeah. Super easy. You know, just some hot glue, a little bit of cutting or whatever. And then honestly, this is probably the only shot that I've taken with this Mafex Spider-Man. It's a fantastic figure. And you know, with Spidey, it's so interesting because a lot of the shots you see, we just go nuts with this guy. We get him, and you know, his legs are everywhere, and his arms are all over the place. And you know, I guess I just kind of wanted to see, you know, so it's not as an extreme pose, but it still kind of expresses Spidey just kind of landing and just kind of being like, hey, this is my city. What's up? You know? So, but the colors turned out. The lighting was not too bad on this one. So yeah, we had a good time with this one.
That's crazy. You've got a light here coming in from this side, and then you've got back in that sort of alley or whatever where the palette is a different light.
Yes.
Or is there more?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's just a light at the top that I typically use, and I'm pretty sure I deleted a behind the scenes photo at some point, but you know, in between those two buildings, those two walls, there's a just like a what's the light that everybody uses? Well, it's one of those panel lights that you can just kind of get, and you can kind of change colors and adjust that. And then there's a two, we'll just call them desk lamps. It's just the cheapest stuff that you can find. Kind of adjusting there. You know, just making sure you can see the, you know, see the subject, and that's
great, man.
Just keep it simple, man.
Yeah, it's so like it's movie making. You're building the sets, you're figuring out the lighting. You've got your lead trying to figure out, okay, hit the pose.
Yeah,
and that little what do you call it? Dutch angle.
The Dutch angle. Yeah. No, I figured it kind of worked here. I mean, I didn't have to do that, but yeah, that was
cool.
I will throw in a Dutch angle every
day. I love it, man. Good stuff. That's Spidey. Let's go. Let's head to a newer property that man, I really enjoy Kaiju. This is so great. It's almost like, you know, this is, I guess this wouldn't have really actually happened yet in the anime. I don't know about the manga. I haven't been following that. But what a cool shot of these two SH figures. I don't know. I'm a fan of people, again, with a variety, and this is totally in that universe. They've just been attacked or whatever, or maybe this is the test, or, you know, and when he first shows up, looks great. I love what you've done in the background. Are those are the models that you were talking about, like for the mini scale
it's a little
models?
bit of a forced perspective on this one that I like to play with sometimes. You know, hey, with a kind of a bokeh background with those buildings. So yeah, those are just those, you know, scale model buildings, a little bit of lighting, and then obviously you want those figures to be the focal point. So
Mm-hmm.
I brought those guys forward, and yeah, it is kind of a hey, we just, you know, it's one of those things. It probably never happened in, you know, any of the
whatever.
any of the stories or anything like that, but it's still kind of a cool cover type of scenario. So yeah, that's, you know, that's kind of where maybe that comes from a little bit. I was just trying to get those guys in front of the camera because they're so cool. Actually, I do have a little bit of an issue with Ishikawa, but yeah, Kaiju number 8 as an SHF is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
The limitations on Ishikawa are a little, you know, you could talk about that for 8 days, but you know, it's still just great sculpts on both of those, and I had a blast with this one. I actually used a little bit of fog or mist. Actually, I have a kind of like a portable makeup mister that I will use sometimes to add a little bit. So yeah, that's what, you know.
That's in the background mainly.
Yeah, a little bit there in the background. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Very cool, man. I really like
yeah.
the way you lit the buildings too, because it is like back there is some fires or whatever happening.
Right. Yes.
Very cool. Kaiju number 8, man. I love it. It's funny because, you know, you take stuff for granted, but all the staging's great, the poses are great, and here's a generic saying, yeah, and I'm sure a lot of folks can relate. The only pose I can get action figures in standing awkwardly. And sometimes it's just because I'm trying to balance them, right? It's just like they're weird, but that's the only way they balance. No, but this looks really great, true. Man. Spaded one saying, "What in the Power Rangers villain is that thing?" Kaiju number 8, dude.
You gotta watch Kaiju number 8. It's so good. Oh my gosh, man!
Working class.
You would enjoy it.
Story, man. This guy's rad. And Twizzler, what's going on? Twizzler 19, good to see you. Hey, all right, that's again the variety we've seen. Classic Marvel comics. And, you know, we moved around, and now let's go to a little bit more. Like, let's go a little further back. It's like this is 2010s.
Yeah. So that is
Blood.
This is Figma Klaus from Blood Blockade Battlefront. One of my favorite, truly underrated manga and anime, and just one of the purest, you know, well-intentioned characters you're probably gonna find. But he will also kick your butt. He doesn't play around, but just this was just a single shot that I took out of one of the panels that I had created for the, you know, for a whole series of panels before. But yeah, but yeah, so yeah, that's essentially a scene that I kind of wanted to do a study from from a scene in the anime, from a scene in the manga, where, you know, it's a squad of soldiers that come in, and you know, they just start, they kind of attack the building that Libra is in, I want to say, or at least that room, and Klaus just wasn't having it, and he just lays waste to everybody with his one of his techniques. And so yeah, that's what that is. This was a lot of fun. There was a I want to say Kyoto Revoltech came out with their version of Klaus years ago, and I tried it, and it was okay, you know. But this, I was just like, with the Figma, I knew exactly. I was just like, we're redoing the whole thing, and that's exactly what I tried to do with this. I was just like, and you know, obviously building on this skills from years ago, from, you know, when that other figure first came out. You know, I was able to get some really good captures out of this guy, man. He's great. One of my favorites.
The head of Libra.
Yes.
But I love your stand-ins. For folks who unfamiliar with it, it's like New York City, essentially, through a rift, gets like, New York City's gone. What do they call it? It's got a new name.
It's Hell Salem's Lot, I want to say. Yeah. And I can't remember the name of the thing that happens there either, for whatever reason. But yeah,
that's been a long time.
They call it like New Hell Salem's Lot, something to that effect. So yeah, they're kind of in a bubble, kind of in a supernatural bubble, where there's all kinds of weird curses.
But it's a cool mix. Yeah, because it's like magic and creatures in New York City. So hey, it's really cool. And this but what I was pointing out was your stand-in figures, which is great because it's like you've got like these are Marvel figures and MCU figures, right?
100%
in the back. But
those are the Hydra, the Hydra Red Skull guys, and then you got a couple of there's just a mix, a little bit of kit bashing. Honestly.
It reads. No, it's great. It still reads as like coming from the manga and the anime. I need to check out the manga, but I've only seen the anime. And then this is your Dio too?
Yes. Yeah. All of that is made by me. I had the pieces, so I'm like, I'm going to use these pieces until they fall apart. Darn it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Back to posing. He's saying if I try an action pose, it's like the fighting Irish, right? The old timey boxing. And then Spaded saying, I've been neck deep in Baki content for the last week. I'm all in on some aura farming.
Yes.
You know, I have not checked out Baki at all. Oh, that's totally something I'm unfamiliar with.
Yeah, somebody brought up Baki. Fig. You gotta come on, man. Come on.
That fig's rad, huh? Wait, is this the collectibles? Yeah, that's a
Storm collectibles. Storm collectibles. Yeah.
Looks great. Yeah, that's definitely one that I've enjoyed the window shopping on and seeing everybody else.
So good.
Again, I love this because you're doing, Western Marvel Comics stuff, and then you're doing anime and you're doing older stuff. It's cool. And now, speaking of older stuff, this is like ACBA goodness right here. Going back to Ultraman, right? You got your this classic. Yeah. So the nice thing about tokusatsu, the sort of like special effects TV shows from back in the day where people wore suits, like you're dressed as a kaiju and you're dressed as giant Ultraman in a city, is that this isn't actually that far from
it's not
the TV shows, right? And it's so
100%. Good. Yeah, it's 100%. You nailed it. That's exactly what it is. It's just with the tokusatsu, you're just scaling everything up to like human being size, but even the buildings are like what, half scale maybe, or something to that effect, or so yeah. Just in terms of the lighting, just in terms of the approach, it's all very similar. And I love both of those figures so much. I just have them permanently on display. That's not there's so many SHF Ultraman now, but this one is I want to say it's the stripped down version, which doesn't come with a ton. I think he comes with a couple of accessories, but mainly hands. But then there's a line called Shin Choko Seiho, which is actually, there's another one coming out that's a deluxe crazy thing that will get released, I think, in 2026. But with the difference between a lot of those is that just accessories and things like that. But it's so simple, that figure, and you could just kind of take it with you and play with it and pose it and figure out what you want to do. And again, I probably used way too many buildings with that, but
no, it's great. I was going to say, I didn't catch from the shot, because the way you've got it cropped, that I didn't catch that they're like fighting in front of a Bandai building, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's from that old one of the first Tamashi effects option sets that they came out with.
Came with a building, or came with
so there was there was a road, and it comes with like 6 or 7 buildings. They had 2 sets, one with a bunch of destroyed buildings, and then one with just regular buildings that you could just place or whatever. The scale is sort of questionable. Some people will tell you, exactly, but if you
hey man, you are not accurately portraying the guy who is the spirit of an alien giant fighting it's like
100%, man. I mean, seen Ultraman in action. We need him now. So
it's great though, man. So that's a set, and Spade, you're selling Spade here. I may have to jump on that recent Kaiju building set for this kind of stuff. So it's a different set, a newer set. Hey, what's up, Figure Fight Club? Good to see you, man. Hello. this is great because, again, this isn't that far from, people in suits fighting. And I mean, I'd say it looks better if you ever go back to some of those older stuff. And yeah, he might be a kind of a basic figure, but again, the spirit of the character and the way we saw, well, I didn't see it till the 80s, but seeing like old clips of it shown to us later, or old photos, like this is it. It's recreating that vibe in a arguably like better looking, more modern way. It was great.
And honestly, that's a great figure. I want to say it's based off of its own sort of modern take, I guess, if you
it's not totally yes,
because there's like 3 suits apparently. I didn't realize this until just a few years ago. There's like an A type suit, a B, and then like a C type with different like structures and fins and just different aesthetics going on. And honestly, the Mezco one is really good too. Like I recommend, like if you're an Ultra fan, pick up that Mezco one. It's a lot of fun, and it's janky just like the suit. Honestly, it's got that.
Right?
Ultra jank to it. No,
it's a person 100%. In the suit.
Yeah. No, it's a dude in the suit, and to me, they pull it off. It actually ends up working not too bad.
I love this. I can see how you set up the lighting using the bounce cards and stuff. Very, very cool. A lot of work, man.
I need to bring that back. Yeah,
I like you working on your craft. Very cool. Here we go. Okay, this is my jam. Kamen Rider, I've been obsessed with, so I mentioned the recent sort of return to being able to go to Japan. So I went in 2024 with a family, but before that it had been about 7 years or so. So we've gone the last 2 summers, and I've been hunting down good deals on SICs because
nice.
SICs, even though they're limited in movement and everything, they're like, they scale well. They're larger. So I'm doing like larger things generally.
They're kind of art pieces too, honestly.
Oh my God,
such great art pieces.
Yeah. So I don't get the classic looks like this one, and I just kind of watch them because these guys True 112 tends to look small given the kinds of stuff that I collect. But so I love this, and this is like classic Kamen Rider scene. Here's the use of the onomatopoeia, the wham, fighting putties even, and there's something real charming about Kamen Rider fighting like Sentai villains and stuff.
Right? Yeah, no, exactly. I couldn't get my hands on those Shocker soldiers. Now I think you can get them
now.
With the re-release. But yeah, I was just like, you know what? He's just gonna be fighting putties in this, and that's what we're doing. I had a great time setting this one up. So fun.
Yeah, the lighting on it's great. The lighting actually kind of feels like Batman 66 because it's a little bit more psychedelic than we got to see in the old show. But it's really cool. Effects and everything. Your work pulls me into different worlds, and I just sit here and stare at it. Like, one, if I get into that mode of being like, oh my God, it's Kamen Rider, that's cool. And then it's like, oh, that's a cool toy, and all sorts of cool layers, man. I just geek out. Love it. Oh man, this is super. I love this idea. No, I was just gonna say it's how spaded, like, because you're talking about Mezco doing the Ultraman. I think
we're waiting. I think we're waiting for that announcement. If they did that, if Mezco did some Kamen Rider, my goodness, they would get me back 100%. Yeah, we need that,
would
100%.
It's not far from the construction of Doc Knock, right?
They could do that. They could totally do that.
Could see
with
this
some soft good pants and 100%. I think they could pull it off.
Oh man, they would make the belt. They would make it spin. Those guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, love it. Okay, let's check it out. Let's keep moving. Okay, now we go to a thing that obviously had its life in Japan. And then here in the United States, Convoy. I love that you call him Convoy of Cybertron. We got Optimus Prime. This thing is hot. Like as far as layout, as far as the posing, the angle of everything. This is like comic book cover, man. Was it?
Thanks.
Were you emulating something, or was this just you creating?
Again, just kind of another riff. You never really see. I mean, I know in a lot of IDW stuff, they kind of have Optimus Prime loaded out with just a different, he's got his blaster, but I love the heat axe. I
Me too.
love that as a tool.
Me too.
For optics. A good melee weapon, just fun. And also, I mean, just I will say I'm happy with how, because it's a full paint up. I went on ahead and just painted the full thing, painted the it's a kit, it's a model kit.
It looks good.
It's the Flame Toys.
Okay.
And I think this was one of my first times using that sort of forced perspective where, because I didn't have a road. I didn't have a lot of the stuff at the time that maybe I would need for a good city shot to put Optimus Prime in. So this was just, kind of throwing in what I had. And, I was just like, you know what? And I think he is on a stand. I want to say it's an ACBA stand. It might be a 796 studio stand as well. But
and are you going in and editing it out?
No. It's just.
Oh, I guess. Oh,
it's just about angle.
Is that Bawa?
You probably don't want to do that. I wouldn't do it. I personally wouldn't do it. I don't. If other people want to do it, I don't care. Go ahead. It's your thing. Because
sure.
But
you're doing all this in camera. Look at you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun one, and it's such a good representation of Optimus Prime. I think it's one of the best, and it's very posable. Like once you put this thing together, it's very sturdy. It's a little light, so if you wanted to, you could add you could add some weight into the feet. You could put in some ball bearings or something like that to kind of get him to and that's if he's just going to be on the shelf or whatever. But really just I was just happy to have this thing turn out. I knew immediately when I got this guy, I was just like, he's getting painted and we're just gonna have a good time with this guy.
It's great. It really is great. And I love that there's so much of your skill put into this one shot. So there's the building it, the painting it, everything, the posing, even the hand is cool that they came with that, because if you look at the fingers, the way they're splayed and that subtle angle, it's super dynamic. And everything kind of flows. Really cool.
He comes with a lot too. Yeah, those optional hands really help, with expression. And just it keeps it from being what would otherwise be kind of like, this is a fun toy model product, to it just takes it to that next step. And he's
very cool, man. Very cool. Again, great use of the whole setup. All right, let's talk about toys that don't have like an established story or whatever. This guy, what was the name of this guy again? Something.
He doesn't have a name. He doesn't have.
What are they solicited? What do they call it?
Fog toys. I don't know a lot about Fog toys, but they're kind of branching out now into some other territories. You probably know this because I think we're in the Toy Migos Discord. They will post all this stuff.
Yep.
But Fog toys. This guy doesn't really have a name. He just has a title, and I want to say it's EA01 something to that effect.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, okay. And it's just a. I wish I could remember the actual title, but he's just a guy. But he is not officially named.
Okay.
He's just something Action 01, and then there's a 2, which is the lady version, which is more of a
like a mechanic.
She's like the mechanic, and then she has a like kind of a mech walker vehicle. I missed out on that one, and I wish I'd have picked it up, but this one was just so fun, man. I was just like, I saw this, and I think I messaged 7962 on this one. I was like, have you seen this, right? Have you seen this that's coming out? And he's just like, yeah, man, I saw it. And I was just like, but
needs that head.
I actually like the head a lot. The original,
the white-haired character, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I actually like that sculpt in that portrait quite a bit, but I was just like, you know what? He's just going to have the Rude Boy head. Maybe he found this and, just dumpster diving in the future.
Yeah, it's cool.
In the wastelands.
Yeah, I think it's really great. So if folks are unfamiliar, 796 Studios, Mario who will be on the show next Sunday. That's his sort of character, this sculpt that he is. It's also his icon,
So
but
good.
he's trying to make that thing accessible to a lot more people, which is great.
Man.
So I want to talk to him about that next week. And so this is one that you got, and you put it on him, and it looks perfect. It's of this world, man. It's cyberpunk, but post-apocalyptic, everything, you know. And then you've tied that all into the shot. Did you make that wall? This desert canyon?
I did.
Wow. What is that made of?
Shout out to Vasco Toys, who just and again, this is the really cool thing about this community, just in terms of toys, in terms of diorama makers. They show you how to do it. You can buy the stuff, but then, you know, why not try your hand at making some of this stuff? And that's what I did. That wall is just a bunch of different smaller pieces of foam just jammed into, you know, different layers and glued. And then I want to say the plaster of Paris, I threw a bunch of that on there as well, and then just did a bunch of different tones and shading and stuff like that, and finally came up with that wall. Turned out okay.
It looks great. Yeah, no, it looks really great. Like shale, like it's all layered.
Yeah.
And the bike, of course, is really cool with that effect. Very
and
cool,
the mountains are a train diorama. I see.
Sure.
Home studio, just you can just get those pretty much. So yeah, I was just like, you know what? Yeah, why not? We'll just throw those in there, and who knows?
All looks really good, man. Very, very cool. Got to see more Rude Boy. Real quick, that on that Fog Toys mechanic, Zeosin, that's one of his favorite figures in his collection.
Man. It's so good. It looks so fantastic. I know a lot of people are using that for like an April O'Neil stand-in or something like that too. So
I should have said, if you're trying to follow this up for the live folks, I'm dropping in links because I'm remembering today. But after the show, if you go to that QR code or the link that's sort of scrolling at the bottom, you can access all of the stuff that we are looking at. And so check that out after. Let's talk Monster Hunter. These are Monster Hunter, right?
They are. You got the Rathalos, which is the king of the skies, or Leolus in Japanese. And then you got my man there, Nargacuga, the bottom, the kind of cat, dragon, demon guy there, man. Just, these guys, you know, so the thing is this setup shouldn't have even happened, honestly, because I had such a hard time with the Rathalos itself.
That's this one, guys.
That's the dragon guy, and my goodness, he's so kind of fiddly and yo.
I love it. His wife is forcing him to watch the Super Bowl. Sorry, that's hilarious.
Hey man, come back. That's what replay on the drive to work is for when you're at work.
Sorry, I did to digress, but you're saying, okay, the Rathalos, this shot shouldn't have happened.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of one of those things that it's a miracle that it stayed up long enough for the capture. That's all. And again, for the flame, it's coming out of his mouth. Again, we used
laser pointer.
The laser pointer.
Oh,
absolutely,
man,
it's an old secret. Just do that, and you're set up. I didn't quite have it. There's another shot that I've used that it's a little bit more centered. It looks a little bit better, but overall, it's still, you know, I think this was just like 3 or 4 shots that I put out, you know, a while ago, just trying to capture this. But yeah, you know, the older Monster Hunter, I don't know about the newer ones, but these were the first 2 releases, and they came out months apart. And that Rathalos, just the tolerances on it aren't the best, so you're gonna get a lot of things that kind of fall apart. So yeah, but overall, I don't know if you can see the little I went on ahead and painted the hunter in the left hand side there next to the smoke. That guy. Just kind of watching a duel. If you've ever played Monster, I play with Chris Generic Smith. We play quite a bit, and this is a thing that happens all the time during game. You'll just be playing, and then just a monster will, you know, you're on a hunt, and these guys will just start battling each other.
Encounter
They'll just
one
come out of
another,
nowhere. Yeah. And so that's kind of what I wanted to capture here. This is actually from kind of a cutscene that I got inspired by from
okay.
Monster Hunter World. But yeah, I was just like, it was just so, I was just so happy that they were coming out with that SH Monster Arts was gonna tackle these guys. Just because, you know, me and my friends, we, you know, Chris and Mike, we're just huge fans of that game series, and it's just so fun to kind of dive into that world and play. So
I've never played. I've just sort of watched from afar, but you know, they're giant creatures and kaiju essentially, and I love it.
pretty much.
And the notion of like these guys going around trying to hunt them down is pretty damn cool. But yeah, I love it. So again, the variety that you're doing and the way you're able to just kind of work with these things and tell stories, I absolutely appreciate. Here's more Rude Boy love. Oh no, actually. Wait, what is this head?
No, so that's the Devil Toys.
Devil Toys.
Yeah, that's D13 from Devil Toys.
That's right.
I clarified that. I believe it is D13, but when you look at the title on the box, it looks like DX3 or something to that effect. But yeah, this is a digital background. Honestly, I found a background from
some cyberpunk background.
Yeah, it's actually one of the stills from Akira, and I was just like, you know what, we're gonna throw this guy in front of the.
You're gonna throw the red jacketed guy in front of his red bike in front of an Akira.
100%. Yeah, that bike is the Tri-Striker from Assembleborg by Revoltech, by Kyoto Revoltech. It's so old. And you just never see it, but I thought it fit perfectly for these guys.
Oh, dude, it looks great. Going back to the SICs, that's my favorite, is when they come with a bike.
Yes, 100%. God,
this is cool though. Yeah, this is great though. The lighting and kind of, again, whatever. It's, you know, but it's fantastic. I love it. Just giving us all sorts of cool stuff to look at, telling stories. Hey, there's this guy. What's up, Machu? And then this guy. We'll end looking at your stuff with, again, it's a Karas. And lately, like, we've gotten weirdly all of a sudden like two different companies making pretty damn good Karas. Yeah, we got YOLO Park and we've got Storm Collectibles, and I thought that was it. But now they're doing like different versions of him, different suits. And I was like, oh man, how far are they going to go on this?
I'm happy. Listen, more love to this property, please. My goodness, it's one of the great anime that just people don't talk about enough. People don't know about it. It's got a lot of intersectionality between tokusatsu and sentai and superheroes, identities and stuff like that. Supervillains. I like the supervillain in that show is just
there's a little bit of Buffy the Vampire Slayer going on 100%. Too.
Oh my gosh, man. But yeah, it's one of the great designs. This figure itself, I want to say came out in 2008, 2009. Around that time period. I could be wrong. Somebody correct me, but and it still holds up today. It's still it's by I want to say the designer is Kenji Ando, who worked on a lot of SIC stuff. And so that's where you get this. He's a little taller. He's I want to say around 7 inches tall or so. So he's that 8th scale, that SIC. Yeah. But this is when they started integrating really good joints with their stuff. And the Solar guys, Good Smile stuff. This was one that I've just hung on to for years, and just like, I had to get this guy in front of the camera. He's just not enough love for this, for that toy,
100%,
and for the property.
Again, great. And I, start to see sort of you reusing all the different bits, but it's only because we're focused on looking at each of these images, but it all is just, all the stuff that you have in your library to create really cool, unique shots. It's cool, man.
Got the Poncheesy Dusties there.
Yeah. Right here. Sidebar. So YOLO Park or Storm Collectibles? I never did make that decision and get one of them. Have you looked at both of those?
I have. And again, I think I told you in a post, I was just like, you get both.
Both. I know that's right. That was
But if you can't, Now, if you can't,
I shouldn't is what it is.
I shouldn't either, man. But you know, money's what are you gonna do with it? So, I will probably end up ponying up for the Storm collectible version at some point. Just because I think it will fit a little bit better. I want to try and get the YOLO Park though, just because because it's not like a proper kit, but I'm interested to see like exactly what that is. I've heard it's really good, but yeah, for Storm, for instant, you know, fun and posing goodness, I'll get that.
Again, the YOLO Park looks like it poses really well. Do you not have? Have you messed
I don't
with
have
any
either
YOLO?
of those, not yet. Now I do have a YOLO Park. Actually, I do have a couple. I have the Ava 01.
Okay,
that came out last year, and then I have the Optimus Prime. Actually, the very first one with the die cast,
the Pro AMK.
I just
Pro Series 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I haven't shot either of those yet. I just kind of wanted them, and they're displayed on shelf somewhere. Those are great. Those are
that's
really
the thing. That's why in my head it's like I totally hear you on Storm, but I suspect in what I've seen, but from people's reviews that the Amazing did it, like the YOLO Park isn't that far off in terms of posing and everything. So it's such a dilemma. But either way, like you said, it's great. It's great to see that someone has like gone back to this and is giving us like modern toys.
Oh man, really cool. More of this type of thing.
Yeah. All right. Let's thank you for indulging me. I know it's sometimes awkward to talk about your own work, but it's really cool stuff, man.
No, I appreciate you looking, man. For real.
Let's take a look at other folks' work, and let's start off with over here, Darth Primus, giving us a cool kick it squat up
right here.
Yeah, let's get somewhere in Marvel's New York City and get a bunch of folks together to do a photo session. I love it, man. Look at this crew of folks, and even like in the background,
the expression. I mean, come on, Storm's expression is wonderful. The king and queen.
You hot? You want some rain? Yeah, no, totally. That's right. The king and queen.
Got Adam Bashir back there. Just a blue marble. I wanted a blue marble. So blue marble needs a redo. Honestly, they give us a new blue marble Legends team. If you're listening, please bring it. Got Brother or is that Voodoo? Brother Voodoo?
Yeah, Brother Voodoo, and, Bishop, and it's so cool that it's like you got the main shot, and then you're like, oh, let's see who else is hanging out, and kind of this thing. And again, it tells a story. It's like
so lovely.
I can hear this, right? I can hear the conversations. I can hear the city sounds. It's just
100%.
Bring it in. He looks good, man. Classic costume.
Yeah, that's a fantastic figure, man.
More classic costume. Yeah.
Really well composed on this one too. Really well. You got Miles there, and is that the Ramen Racer? Is that what that is in the background too?
That hubcap. I'm trying to remember. I've only played with my brother's Ramen Racer, which is amazing, but I don't remember that little red triangle. It might be. Might be. Does it say? It doesn't say.
That might be. Oh, you know what? I think that might be.
So. I'm not sure.
Okay, it might. It's a little small. Yeah, it does look maybe smaller, but either way, great use of that prop, man. That's fantastic.
It's cool looking. I just thought it was a really cool shot. I love to see fam just kind of like they're all hanging out, and it's like, let's go, let's take some shots.
And this is what it's about. This type of thing right here, just getting these guys in front of the camera, and just it sets up his own story, and it's amazing.
The dial looks great too, like just seeing all the posters and everything on those windows. Man, amazing stuff. And just I love it. You guys, you toy photographers doing some really cool things. Let's see, let's bring in a little bit more Primus. Let's go DC. I've been given a lot of Marvel love, and I've got love for DC. I love this what's going on here with, at first I didn't really notice. I was like, oh, there's a cave there. So like they're in the background. We've got they're lit up, and he's in another section of the cave, probably jumping into the Batmobile, ready to take off.
That's incredible. That's incredible, man. You know, Bruce is just giving orders. He's just like, you guys hang out here for a second.
Yeah.
Just, it's just incredible. I mean, and yeah, that you could just, great attitude in that just that walking pose. But, Alfred, of course, taking care of business. And, of course, you got Selena, just,
She's like, he's such a baby, storming off.
Yeah, he really, 100%.
Goddamn rich kid.
So great.
Here's
oh man. Okay, that's the BTS on that. Oh man.
I love it. It's just like some piece of cardboard bouncing off stuff, and the lights.
That's what you do. Yeah, those are I have those lights. Those are the lights that I use quite a bit. Yeah, the Alonzi. That's it.
I love it, man. You guys and your talents. Very, very cool. Yeah, I love just sort of watching all this stuff.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Very cool. Let's see. And then, there are his team shots are some of my favorites, especially because, oops, I'm not dropping links in. My bad, folks. But, you can see on the screen. The team shots, right? So you're collecting all these figures and, of course, like you've got a team shelf. People are always talking about, I want to finish a team or whatever. But then to kind of like set them up and create those moments, those splash pages, or those those drawings that end up in like Comic Scene magazine of the whole team posing or whatever.
Comic Scene, yes.
Yeah. But I love this, man.
It's the superpowers team right there, except for Meteoron, which I'm surprised that they never quite got to Meteoron or whatever.
Such a cool
in that, but.
Yeah, Kirby New Gods, man.
100%, man. Orion, just the grumpy old Orion, and that's a great dark side sculpt too. Honestly,
I love that one. He's one of my favorites. Yeah, I've got him. I need to circle back and see if I can find a deal on Calabac, but I've got Metron. I've got all these guys except for Calabac. Although Mr. Miracle, I'm not super into. There's something about the shape of the face, but he looks
that is McFarlane though too, right?
These are all McFarlane's. Yeah.
Oh, they're all McFarlane. Okay.
He's the newest one. Mr. Miracles.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually,
out of the latest batch.
Metron, I forget which one is newer, but. But yeah, he's cool. I mean, they're huge. Of course, they're tall. Like Ryan's gigantic next to my.
Why do you have to bring that up, Brick?
No, I don't mind. I don't really care, but I got the Tron version.
Oh,
just because I think he just graphically looks cool. I like the look of the modern.
Yeah, you got the
chest.
Kirby sort of filigree going on there.
Yeah,
it's fantastic, man.
This is definitely classic 80s stuff. But anyway, I love the team shots. So again, see, I swear I like DC too. But
good, man.
This is my first love. Not necessarily like the version that I grew up and fell in love with, but these characters, I still dig it. This is the Astonishing X-Men.
It's a great run, man. That Cassidy run, and
it was
just fantastic. And I'm so glad that people are, Legends team kind of answered the call with a lot of these guys and tried to put that out there, man. Try to put out those guys. So this is a great shot. This is a great team shot. This is what we just wanted this.
That's what I mean. Like, that's what I really, really like. If folks are watching, go check out Primus's page because there's a lot of really great team shots. We're gonna take a look at a couple of more, but the team shots are some of my favorites. Astonishing X-Men, love it. Again, that slight tilt of the camera, the
great
feet,
posing, great composition.
Yes,
yeah,
the feet, the lifted foot, they're all walking. I love it. Really cool. For some reason, Wolverine has little letters on the bottom. No, just kidding. It's cool stuff. I really dig it. And then he's got the solo shots too, but putting them together.
Nice.
That's so cool, man. It's too much fun. And for a while, like on screen, we couldn't get X-Men, and they're like, no, but here's some Inhumans. Let's play.
Here's some Inhumans. Right.
Again, another team that kind of has become more complete over time, I think.
Yeah.
Still waiting on this Unkarnak, but pretty cool to see them all together.
See what they do with that guy. These look great. I think that like the newer ones and that they've been trying to integrate, on you know, some of those newer body molds.
Yep.
You know, it just allows you to be a lot more expressive. It looks great, man. Oh man, okay. Using the stand there and just
amazing,
kind of putting everything together. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I guess it's all there. It's just hidden.
Fantastic, man. It's a comic cover right there, honestly.
Yeah, this is so okay. So if this were, you know, for a drawing, this is me turning on Photoshop layers. Here, this is where I drew in Medusa.
It really is.
Yeah. But no, it's even more annoying because any little shake will knock everything down. Really cool stuff. Shout out to Darth Primus. One more. Yo, Joe. Again, classic team shot.
Goodness. Let's go, man.
Mix of classic and new, but so cool.
It's another line that, like, if I didn't have any restrictions, my goodness,
Gotcha.
it's just they just have exploded. We went from not having any 6-inch Joes to being like, do you just want this character from you know, the punk rock Zartan? It's like, yes, all of those guys.
Yeah, totally.
This is a fantastic shot. This is like the Band of Brothers but G.I. Joe, and crushed it. It looks so good. Snake Eyes in the middle there, just kind of chilling. He's just like, yo, what's up?
Yep. He's got to express himself, right? Actually, he didn't. I thought it was a thumbs up, but no. Okay, yeah. I thought he was signaling. But what a cool crew, man! This is totally takes me back because these were like minus Hawk, right? These are more of the first sort of sets of characters that we got, mostly all greens, and love it. Shout out to Darth Primus. I gotta ask him about his name someday. Because it's like, I was anyway, whatever. It's like Dark Side, but it's also like Sailing the Seas of Cheese. I don't know if that's a reference to the band or a Transformers.
Good old 90s action,
yeah. Here, let's shift gears a little bit. This one's totally different, but this shot is a recent one by Jedi Groot Pool that I just love.
We're just mashing stuff up here, man. Yes. Look at this.
That's what happens. That's what happens when Disney buys things. Really cool. I just think I like the layers, right? The messing with the different layers of stuff. Jedi Group Pool does some really fun, wild stuff that so this will just bear with me, folks. So this is cool. Set up very much like Plamowarrior is doing, but sometimes he goes out in the world, including to Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, and will bring some toys with him and sneak them on.
Wait a minute.
Sneak them onto the wax. And I haven't figured this out because I haven't been to a Tussauds in forever. I've been to like the Ripley's here, but I haven't been to one. So I don't know if are you allowed to stand?
That's what I'm wondering too. I'd be like,
yes.
I'd be worried about security tackling me or something.
So
like that.
I don't know what the deal is. But
is that Scarlett Johansson? Is that what
that's Scarlett Johansson? I'm assuming like maybe things have changed because it's like it's you know, it's like the age of the gram for the gram. So I bet you more and more now they probably encourage people to go up and take shots. Maybe not. I'd be surprised because this is literally like touching the thing.
Right? Yeah. No, that's very personal right there.
I don't know, but let me just enjoy a couple of moments of Groot hanging out with some celebs.
What?
And it's not just Groot. Grogu gets in on the action and is hanging out with Ariana there.
Ariana Grande, yeah.
Groot, you know, as folks know, I'm sorry, Grogu sometimes gets captured by shady characters, and this one's great too. But it's a different deal, right? There's no setup involved. Or it's like, I don't know the logistics of this. If you're allowed to just take pictures with these things, if you are,
does he work there? Maybe he works there or something like
maybe.
That. I don't know.
But he just sort of says like another visit to Tussauds. It's a little bit unclear. Okay. There are shots of folks sort of setting stuff up on his Instagram, but go check him out and ask him, folks. Follow Jedi Group Pool. But I thought this was pretty damn cool. And just a weird, like, oh no, what the hell has Grogu gotten himself
you know,
into?
I think Grogu could take Pennywise. I don't know, man. I think.
I mean, he's got the Force, sure, of course.
Stats wise, I mean, Pennywise
Stats
definitely,
wise.
there's some eldritch horror stuff going on, but
fair enough.
You know,
here you go, and we'll end with we'll end looking at his stuff with this classic shot of really cool dude getting to hang out with some of the characters that he helped inspire.
the man, baby.
Look at that. So cool. And of course, you know, I mean, it's we got to go real small too.
Fantastic. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Wait a minute. Holy cow. Wow.
I got a message.
I wouldn't have even noticed that. That's fantastic.
I got a message that I grew to figure out how they're pulling this stuff off.
Very cool.
All right.
Very, very
let's shift and we'll just kind of jam through these. Let's check out Toy Mirth. God, man, another one who I'm just like always seeing stuff from their feed. I loved your Sentinel shot. Oh, I don't know why I didn't feature it, but that ended up being you on the thumbnail, which is great. You're with the Plamowarrior logo on it. But I thought this was also really cool. Another cool Sentinel attack shot.
The scale on that thing. I mean, just fantastic. And that Scott is the newer SHF.
You can tell, yeah, it's here. You can tell right here.
Okay. Yep. I don't know why I do that, but they decided to do that. Okay.
But yeah,
amazing work here, though. My goodness.
I love just the work of the scene. It's like perfectly claustrophobic. I love the billboard in the back. Really, really cool. More Marvel love here. We've got this is just some classic stuff. Yeah, I remember when that came out after Secret Wars, and I was just super excited as a kid. And then just a couple months later, it was gone. I was so pissed. But I was like, wait, man, he looks so cool. But whatever.
Is that the CT Toys?
This is
The
mess
toys. Okay.
Oh, look at that. Hayton Island. I hope Cyclops get gagged. And then Thanos, what's up, man? None of my toy sets are big enough for that Sentinel. Wild. Oh, here you go. Oh, you can touch them. They're not roped off or anything. Okay, well, there you go.
Oh, okay. I didn't even think
bring
about
your
that.
toys, man. Yeah, I guess it's probably like the age of the gram, right? When folks are wanting to do that, which I guess kind of makes sense. Let's see. What was the other one? Oh, here you go. Let's get some crossover.
Okay.
I know
Miles and Clark.
Yeah, I know that's a little shame, but
I think this is great. Really, if you don't, maybe you don't love that you're crossing over heroes, from two different companies or whatever. I don't care what you say, man. This lighting is stunning. This. Just incredible, man.
Totally reads like bright
prop
daylight,
work, the
right?
whole thing. Yeah, no, I still struggle with that. You can't. I mean, but they've crushed it here. Toy Mirth crushed it.
So good. Something just occurred to me. I have not read a Superman comic book in ages, and this whole phone booth thing. Does that happen anymore?
I don't think you see that.
There's no phone booths, right? I mean,
yeah.
He was probably pretty pissed.
Yeah, he's just like, what? He's got a cell phone or whatever, but yeah, no.
I agree with you though. There's the lighting on this. It really does read like natural light. Yeah. A lot of things happening here that sells it with a cathedral in the background. And this building.
I wonder if the cathedral, some of that is maybe a digital or
like a background,
like a monitor or whatever. Mm-hmm, yeah, that could be. But yeah, great work there. I mean,
look at that trash can with a little rat, and there you go.
Okay.
No, there's our answer.
Photo. Oh, or no? Is it okay? Okay.
Wow,
that's incredible. Unreal, man.
That's a beautiful gothic.
Great work.
Thing. That's cool. Toy Mirth. Stop it. But what I also like about him, like your stuff, is the variety. So we'll get like, you know, the superhero stuff, but we'll also get some beautiful dinos, Creative Beast Studio stuff and Mattel stuff.
Come on.
This is a Creative Beast Studio Smilodon. Just it looks like just a really great, you know, almost documentary kind of
It
shot.
really does. Yeah.
I saw this and I was like, man, part of me like wants to see a little bit more of like the snow and snowing.
Yeah.
And then he drops this with Creative Beast Woolly Mammoth, and I was like, yeah,
that's the one. I remember seeing that a little while ago, and I was just like, how are we doing this? This is incredible with the little bubber,
little baby, right? Yeah, no, it's really cool stuff.
That's fantastic, unreal, man. Yeah, that's.
And again, because we are getting we're in a period of toy collecting where there's all sorts of different companies, in this case, an indie company, creating just toys that one could have never imagined we'd be getting. It was like, oh yeah, no,
and with articulation, yeah,
right. I mean, like someone's trying to tackle, you know, historically or scientifically accurate prehistoric creatures or dinosaurs as well, and it's just like, you know, it's one thing they're doing dinosaurs, get it, but then to move forward into the Cenozoic and they're like, oh, here's a Smilodon and here's a woolly mammoth, and you're just like, wow, these are all things people can get, so that you all, like you talented photographers, can be like, all right, check this out, let's tell stories, let's take pictures.
Every angle is a story, man. There's not any no gaps in this at all. It's fantastic.
We'll do one more. This one is
Spinosaurus?
Hammond. Yeah, Spinosaurus.
Oh, okay. These Hammond
collections. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what they are. These are Hammond collections. He got 2 and, you know, took a boudoir shot. Very cool. And love the sort of just hanging out. I don't know. We are living in cool times, friend.
We really are.
Here,
golden age, as they say.
Let's go through one last set. Let's go through something different and fun and weird. Let's go to the horror of it all. This is parts of my childhood, like my middle school and high school. I guess Army of Darkness would have been maybe closer to high school.
Oh my gosh. Look at this, dude. Yo.
So good. You know, it's like when these toy companies are like, let's do a Army of Darkness set of figures, and to have somebody go like, yeah, let's do Army of Darkness. Clearly there's a lot of digital work happening in this one, so a little bit different, I know, from sort of your approach to stuff, but which is just cool, like the fact that folks are just being super creative with stuff.
100%. This is what I want to see on my feed, stuff like this, just being creative, just having a good time. The skeletons,
I don't even know where this stuff is from.
Like this stuff, yeah,
this tire with the like rip in it. I don't know if that's a set or what's going on.
Are these? And I'm not even sure what these figures are. Are these NECA or?
It said Mezco for this guy.
Okay, Mezco. Okay,
I don't know about if they did this as well. I hope these are real. Like, you know, and I'm pretty sure they're all real.
All right.
But just, yeah, I don't remember seeing a lot of these, even like these. So, but cool shot. A lot of sort of
great
creativity and trying to, like you guys are doing, like the panels, taking a lot of inspiration from the cover and poster. Let's keep going with horror, dude. Some Cenobite action.
Okay, we got some nightmare action going on here with the little pinhead. Oh goodness.
Yeah, I gotta find out the story in this because there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know if this is
incredible.
Yeah, the setup
good old
and everything.
Eldritch horror, man. You just come on. It's yeah.
I love it, man.
Clive Barker. That's fantastic. Who made this? I wonder who made this figure.
This is a NECA.
It is NECA. Okay.
They make super photogenic stuff. You know, if you're kind of keeping things in a certain position or whatever, but it's really cool. And I think it just highlights, you know, the strengths of the figure, that sculpt and the paint. Really cool.
It's good looking.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm not going to sleep for a few hours tonight. So
Oh, we'll end with something less hellish.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. No, perfect. Yeah.
This won't be the end. This won't be the end.
Yeah.
But yes, let's get this guy in a scary Captain Kirk mask.
Goodness. Look at the hangers.
Exactly.
Hangers
That's what I was looking at. The little tiny hangers.
Yeah. Unreal, man.
That's another Mezco.
Ouch.
As we're going through this in this day and age, this is the part that I hate, right? So part of me is going, God, I hope they didn't like AI some of this stuff.
I know. Yeah.
And I hate that I have to fucking think that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, here you go. Exactly. So I was looking at this and I was like, he's like, this is AI prompt generated. And that's a bummer. Yeah. But what a cool image, man. But yeah, that's, anyway, what a bummer. But I'm still like, wow, what a neat looking image. So Toy Pic community, they were just kind of having this conversation with Trevor this week. And I'm actually going to hang out with those guys tomorrow night. So I was fooled as going through this because I'm like, these are really cool. So I definitely need to talk to them about it. Thank you, Ryan.
It's tough, man. You know, and yeah, I mean, that's what I would like to know is like how much of but it really, at the end of the day, if you're using AI for this stuff, it's like, I would just encourage people to explore ways to not do that, because there are plenty of examples of where you don't have to employ that, not even as a tool, especially in art though. I just think it's wholly problematic, but yeah, is it tough to like?
I absolutely do too, and I feel dirty right now, but still I do think it's I'm looking at this visually, and the last two, and I'm like, yeah, these are really cool to look at.
I mean, you know, the figures themselves are great, but yeah, I think if, you know, like as a diorama maker, that's something that you can do that. You don't need
exactly.
AI. You just don't, you know.
I almost want to see, on that note, I was looking at this one in particular, and I was like, I actually want to see, like, what if someone prompted this? Great. Now, could you recreate that? You know, like with real props. Like you could sit there with a paperclip and make some little hangers. And how wild would that be? Even that closet door, I could see somebody doing out of foam. But anyway, this guy's stuff has been using AI. Yeah, that's on me. But you know, so you know what? F it. Let's hold on. Let's rinse our mouth for a second and let's go take a look at
recalibrate.
Here, let me take a look. Let's see. Now this looks all legit. I could see that little setup. Super claustrophobic. Great. I don't know. Cool looking. See, now I feel dirty. Now I'm like second guessing everything. Plamo, what are we doing?
And it does make you kind of want to change your approach on stuff. Listen, I think it's kind of one of those things. It's important to not, you know, to understand that a lot of this stuff is made to kind of, you know, invoke emotion first, and then second, talk about the technique. And then once you filter it all down and strip away all that and realize that, okay, AI is a thing that happens, then you can kind of go, you can kind of see, you know, where mistakes were made. So in terms of this, you know, lighting, again, you know,
dude.
And this is why a lot of times
brilliant
behind the scenes are really important.
Yeah.
Sharing the process is important, so that it lets your audience know exactly what, you know, where we're at. So
and this is definitely real, and I know that the Toy Daddies were talking about this as well. This shot was one of I think somebody, I forget who recommended it, but here, take a look at this one, man. Savage Land. This is these big ones, if I can find them on, even though I have no business getting toys this large, the Hammond collection, like giant things that you see in Target when they go on clearance. Man, so I have 2 of them and I love them. And to see it used in this way with this figure in there is so cool. You can kind of see the sort of behind the scenes here.
Oh, nice. Yeah. See this. Yeah. Fantastic.
So cool, man. And I don't know if you can see there's like a man, let's go. I think it'll replay. Oh great, here come the fireworks. Did something just happen in that little thing?
Scoring
in my
Scoring
neighborhood?
happened.
They're shooting. So I think there's
Well
like
done with this.
yeah.
I mean,
do you see
yeah,
that
like
there's like a clear plastic in front of this, like an acetate or something that I'm looking at? Because it looks like the light's bouncing off something.
monitor.
Right?
That's a monitor.
Oh, that's the
let's
background.
say.
That's the background.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
I was like,
Or
what are
the
they doing? Like a
background.
Pepper's
Yeah,
Ghost?
it's a background, right? Okay, it
Killer
is a
though.
monitor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Like all
Yeah, this is what it's about right here. Yeah. I mean, this is people take notes. Don't do your images like that and throw it into a prompt and stuff like that. When you can do this is just everything that came before. This is definitely I don't know what Spidey that is. I think that's one of the,
I don't know, but the sort of like seam stretch here is making me sad. I was like, I hope it doesn't rip. I'm like, oh, but it looks fantastic. Look at that.
Great work here. Yeah,
this is the Savage Lands with that webbing that they've kind of put around that dinosaur's face. Love it, love it, love it. Great stuff. Let's take a look at a couple more before we close out. Oops, what happened to my X people? There you go. There's my X people. What a weird combination of different characters. There's definitely a little digital work going on, digital effects.
Yeah.
But we've got like different eras of them. Although I guess Angel did start wearing this costume again in this century. But anyway, it's a cool group of people, man. I love my OG X-Men, and to see them in whatever uniforms hanging out together just brings me back to old school Claremont, even, well, I guess before then, but also X Factor. Yes. And to see them like in their sort of 90s Jim Lee costumes here combined with it's really cool. So there's definitely some digital stuff going on here, but just overall still a cool shot. Compositions there.
Yeah.
That angle. I love it. Let's take a look at some of this stuff. There you go, dude.
Oh, very cool.
Pretty.
Yeah.
And then, come on, here's a figure that people need to take more photos of. Although I wouldn't mind Gargantos going up against a little Stitch Strange.
Now I'm so bummed that I canceled my pre-order for Shumagora, or sorry, Gargantos. I've heard so many good things about it, and every shot that I've seen that people have been doing with this, it has been pretty awesome, honestly.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. And then here's the BTS.
Nice,
man. Anytime Doctor Strange has weapons, I'm in. See, I love my comic book nerds. Okay, so here's Alan from that last shot from the Spidey Savage Land shot. Said, "Don't you not have powers in the Savage Land? Spidey will not make it. Yeah, the Savage Land will test you."
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, I need to go back and read more books with the Savage Land.
Machu's saying, if you're going to use AI, that's fine from his perspective. But he says, number one, in a top 10 setting, it's like using steroids. Yeah. Totally. And number two, I didn't want you guys to be fooled. No, totally. And I was fooled.
Hey, it got me. I thought I was just like, this is and that's the thing. It's so subtle, I think, too, with a lot of that stuff. But yeah, I mean, some of it you can kind of tell if it's egregious. But with some of that stuff, it was pretty subtle. So yeah.
Yeah, with Army of Darkness, once I got down to the bottom and I saw those skulls, and I was like, wait a second.
It's like, wait a minute.
Like, yeah. Zio, I love your comic book nerd, man. He said, this formation of the X-Men with those particular costumes is almost canon. Angel's costume was a bit different, though. Yeah, it doesn't have the red part on the neck. It's all white. All right. And then let me go something different. This is what I love about Toy Lens. This shot, again, capturing that daylight, like making it look like you're in the sun. I think it's so challenging. Yeah. And I think that's just really, really cool. Freedom. I think he said, what do you call it? Good eye freedom. I can take it from here. Love this shot.
Very cool.
Spirit. And this is my bread and butter these days, as far as, because so much of what I'm doing is, you know, fantasy stuff, sometimes with some laser guns in it, like Motu. But this Hilder with this Vax, what is it called? Vax something, Repellus or whatever. This Savage Crucible figure. So you got a Zezre versus a Savage Crucible. Love the lighting going on here.
Yeah.
Of course, you got digital fire, but there's a lighting source going on here, coming in from the window. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Well done.
And then I'll end with this, because I love when people are taking toys that not enough people know about. And so this is a Medi Toys Orc on top of a D20 wolf. And
okay, yeah, I was gonna say that Medi Toys Orc body is, it's pretty posable. It's really nice. It's actually a really good body.
Yeah, I love these. And I'm double checking. Yeah, that's definitely the Medi. It's cool stuff, man. We are in an amazing time when it comes to our hobbies. It's like, as far as just the cool toys that we have access to now, people are like, even when they're not supposed to, like that Warcraft, which isn't licensed, but they're not half-assing it. They're like, we're gonna
they're going all in.
Yeah, they're like, and we're gonna treat it so nicely. And I wonder, I don't know what the conversations are with the people who own World of Warcraft, but there's got to be people who just love it and work for them, who are like seeing this stuff and going, yo, but they did it so much justice. Like those toys do that property so much, way more justice than what McFarlane was doing with it. And so we're getting third-party folks doing toys that are, you know, properties that we haven't seen good figures of. We're getting indies creating brand new things and just capturing our imagination, what can come next. We've got folks doing the classics like the Ultraman, the Gundam, and, you know, everything in between. And it's all out there for us to be able to get. And then for you guys to then set up these cool shots, tell stories, you know, let us all kind of enjoy and just watch you do your thing. I am absolutely enjoying being a toy collector right now, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's never been a better time, honestly, unless you were a kid in the 80s, able to go into a store and see a lot of stuff that, you know, the four pillars, the Turtles, He-Man, Transformers, and, you know, Thundercats or whatever, just in its own environment. Yeah. I mean, all this stuff is at our fingertips now. It's pretty stunning.
And Kev's saying it's definitely too much, and it definitely
it's too much.
It is, but
you're not gonna keep.
I don't say that as a bad way. I'm like, I am happy to be spoiled, man, because you know it's a good time, and it feels really validating. Like you and I, it seems like we both grew up looking at a bunch of like old stuff that someone in here in the United States maybe shouldn't have even, you know, according to the programmers of what was on TV and movies, shouldn't have even been paying attention to. Like you got into the Gundam. Sure, at some point it came to Toys R Us, but that wasn't mainstream domestic, you know, hobbying. Yeah. And now it's like with the internet, we can just pick what we want to check out. We can sit here and look at other people's stuff and just have a blast, like checking out all these different worlds. So it is a lot, but don't stop. It's not too much. Keep it coming as far as I'm concerned. Hey, I'm curious. Are you working on anything like right now? Do you have like a shot set up? Like how do you do that? How do you work this into your kind of life?
I have so much going on, just shot wise, that work desk is always packed. This guy, I got to get in front of the camera at some point.
Oh man.
Those were guy,
and those were the soft goods it came with, right? No. Or did you add those?
No.
I was gonna say those are
I added these, and a great seller by the name of Fishy Mist on Instagram. I talked to Zero. I was just like, man, can you get this to me? And you know, how do you ship? I need these for this guy. And yeah, he was just like, yeah, no, it's cool. We got you. And once this came in, I was just like, oh, it's fantastic. Painted the head. The head is, you know, comes unpainted, but it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but we got it done.
Right.
So yeah, this guy, I'm gonna get him in front of the camera potentially with the Maestro Union Shuten Doji.
Oh,
which
yes.
I think will be a great
pair up
at some point.
Yeah.
And I've been doing a little bit of 3D printing.
Okay.
So one of the things that
oh, the mantis.
I just as a little bit of a cheat, this diorama piece is actually it's by a sculptor named N.E.W.S.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
On IG, and I was just like, you know what? It's essentially 12th scale. It will work in a shot. So yeah, I'm gonna paint this up at some point. It's already primed and ready. So I will be hopefully getting this in front of the shot at some point, or in front of the camera.
Can't wait to see that.
Yeah,
That's
man.
cool. Both of
it
those
should be a lot of fun. It should be a lot of fun. And then right now I've still got Manticore. He really hasn't left. The Sexy Ice 2019, those guys, it's crazy. Those guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to shoot some sort of quote unquote news coverage of Wonder Festival, One Fest, because man, so many good things coming out. There's a bunch of cool Sexy Eye stuff that they show. They show their sort of new CRE section of this Unkval bug people battle or whatever. Kevin's asking, are we getting the Sexy Ice, the pure ice? Are you gonna try and do those sort of like, what is that?
Yeah,
it's coming
I
up.
think I'm in for one. One of the new Unkval Smasher types. They've got a green one of this guy coming out.
I do like the colorway, the pure ice colorway personally a little bit better.
So I don't mind this one. I think this is pretty cool. But yeah, I think just seeing the green and seeing how well that pops. With the new setup, I think this is just a fantastic figure, and I think that green. I'm in for one. I would love to get more, but man, there's a limited pre-order window, so I don't know how that's gonna go, and
But it's essentially a made-to-order situation. Is that right?
That's what I understand. Yeah, it's supposed to be like made to order. So, but it's get your pre-order in within like a 2-week period, because I think they said it's like they cut it off on like the 15th or something crazy. So it's like really. Doesn't give you a ton of time.
Much.
the toy stress, man. The toy stress where you just
I forget now if you and I were saying this before or after, but I'll say this for Kevin. Sexy Ice, I think is fantastic. The Mantis, I absolutely love that figure. Yeah. It's a sports thing, I think, with the Smasher, where I'm like, if they're gonna do, but I haven't looked at that yet. Is it a mix of Smasher and Eliminator parts? Is that what's going on? Because some of the solicits had like bits and pieces. I think Machu was pointing it out on a stream that like it was in the promos. There was a combo of Smasher pieces and Eliminator pieces.
Yeah, somebody can correct on this, but I want to say with the Smasher, with the Anaconda version that's supposed to be coming out, like you'll notice that the hands are actually the red color Smasher hands, or at least a version of red. So this is not the green gray that you see on those. And then of course there's some different deco hits that they have on the actual tampoed on or whatever. But yeah, as far as I know, it's all Unkval Smasher parts.
Smasher. Okay.
Yeah, but on an Unkval so the boots are going to be Smasher. I think these forearms and shoulders and the chest are going to be Smasher, but then everything else is Unkval.
Well, I do like the colorway. The price tag is definitely high, but
you're going to pay. You're going to pay.
I'm hoping they go back and do the Eliminators.
Yeah, man.
And in the pure ice kind of vibe. And Kevin, he's saying he wishes someone told him about Sexy. Yeah, I don't know, man. You surround yourself with people that just aren't helping you out. No, we're kidding.
They
Because
did you wrong, man. They said
I
they
did
told
mention it to him.
Did you mention? Okay.
I mentioned it to him, and then other folks have, and I think Chamba gave him some good advice. Had to give him some online technical assistance in terms of, setting
where to get these guys,
reminders or like setting up his phone to get notifications and stuff. So it sounds like he's got people who are ready to inform him. You won't miss out, Kevin. And yes, it is full on smasher, basically a repaint. Cool. And the way you've got him set up there, he's not super football-y. You took off those face masks, right?
These are honestly the really cool thing.
Perfect for the Super Bowl day.
It really is. It's just like ready to go. These metal pins that fit in the shoulder pads are metal. They're like a die-cast metal. I want to say. Okay. And then this is actually metal. This the antenna here.
Nice.
So it's a little different setup, but yeah, these are plastic, like the this part, and then the actual grates that extend the shoulder. Those are also plastic. I thought they'd go full on metal, but they use metal in some of their.
Yeah, I was going to say back to this the SIC conversation.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. That's high quality, man. High quality.
I think so, Kevin. Short answer. So you and I were talking, Plamo, and I forget if this was before or after we ended the stream, but it's like with these Kickstarters coming up with, I'm really looking forward to Ash and Oath. I'm really looking forward to the Tyrone Corsairs. I'm also looking at I know Fifth Sun is going to be, Rise of the Fifth Sun is coming around the corner. And I really want to support those makers do their thing. So it's meant that I have to make decisions, things that I would normally get. I'm not. And unfortunately, that means, for example, I didn't buy any of the Dawns of Discovery Mythic Legions wave that was on pre-sale at the beginning of the year. Zero. They just revealed their Infinite Legions with Joe Manganiello, the Archon. Two awesome, amazing looking figures that normally I would just jump on.
Good. Yeah.
And I, so far, knock on plastic, have held off. So maybe that can, sort of basically translate to money that I'll spend on some of those Kickstarters. But Kevin, I've absolutely been thinking about those Pure Ice. So we shall see, man. The dilemmas of toy collectors. Yeah. Anyways, this is we're living the stuff of our childhood, right?
Where we're like now. Embarrassment of riches. I'm telling you.
Embarrassment of riches, and we're grown up, and no one's telling us how to spend our money.
That's right.
So we shall see. Plamo, thank you so much for hanging out, man. It was really great, and the sports talk was limited. It was perfect for me. No, this is great, and I love looking at your work and sitting down with you as a fan and another photographer, looking at other people's work. So
absolutely,
had a great
Thanks
time,
for having me, man. Thank you. Thanks for
100%.
asking me to be on, and this is great. This has just been a lot of fun, man. Been a blast.
Yeah. I appreciate it. I would love to, have you on again, and we'll talk toys. That's the thing, man. I do it every Sunday. Hey, what's up, Brandon? God, I wish there were more Sundays. Work and stuff limits me to this thing, and there's always other folks I want to talk to, but we'll figure it out. I would love to have you and just hang out again, talk more toys, talk toy photography, whatever. Appreciate you coming on, man. Yeah. Now we got to go watch some commercials on the internet. Hopefully,
there we go.
That's Motu trailer. Yes. Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's right. That's a good point.
Thank you to everybody who's hung out with us today live. Appreciate you all. And if you guys are watching this on the replay, just a reminder that URL at the bottom and pointing one way, and then corner over Plamowarrior's left shoulder. That QR code will take you to the links and everything that we saw. So, all right, dude, this is the part of the show where I play some music and we say goodbye. So again, thank you. Go check out Plamowarrior on IG. Again, those links will take you all there. Go say hi to everybody. Go follow everybody. Do the things. All right, man. Enjoy your week. We'll talk soon, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks again. Take care, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Music's going to play right about now. There it is. Bye. lots of money. And Bad Bunny.